Hey everybody out in the Young Marine News Network Nation. Hey, we are filming live here again from Window Rock, Arizona. Little change of location this year. We're actually filming at the Navajo Zoo. We've already been to Window Rock and we're going to be back again, but we thought we'd try something a little different here. You know, always a great adventure here. Young Marines from all around the country interacting. But the host unit, the Grand Canyon Regiment, yesterday had a great day of fun and games where everyone had a chance to enjoy themselves. Really a great way to settle in. Sunday's travel day from near and far. I think for us, it was a 3 a.m. wake up, all day flying to get here. But what a great day for Young Marines to get ready and hang out. But Miss Suber and I, along with our adult volunteer there, had to go do all the setup work. After a long day of travel, we're here at Window Rock and we got to do what we do every year. We're going to do the Ground Leaders Recon of the hike to Window Rock. Young Marine Sergeant Major Suber, Young Marine of the Year, ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Into it. So we made it to the top. Here behind us is Window Rock, which is a very spiritual place for the Navajo Nation. When we were hiking up here, we got to go a little bit farther and saw some very cool sights elsewhere.
All right, here we are, back down at the bottom, hydrated, a little bit of sweat. Ground Leaders Reconnaissance completed, and we are ready to take the Young Marines up on the hill. You think we're good to go, Sergeant Major?
Sir.
All right, hey, Young Marine Sergeant Major Suber says we're good to go. We're good to go. What a great time going up. All the Young Marines getting up there, getting the views, unit pictures galore. We were actually joined by a special group of Marines from around the country that are here touring as well because they work at Code Talker Hall in Quantico and other locations around the world. But they're here and interact with us, learn the history of the Code Talkers because they're studying the history that formed up what they do today. So we're really blessed to have them with us as well. But then we transition to the zoo. Starting some of the community service projects. We're going to spend a lot of time here. But you know what? Young Marine Sergeant Major Suber, you had a very special and unique opportunity with the Public Affairs Correspondents.
Yes, sir. Yes, I did. I got a chance to go into one of the enclosures, actually, with Mr. Dave, who we'll have him introduced here in a second. We'll let him talk a little bit about what community service means and what it means for the Young Marines to be here with the zoo.
And with your special friend,
Sammy.
I'm Air Marine Sergeant Major Dotson, your Division 5 Air Marine of the Year, and I'm here with Mr. David from the Navajo Zoo. Are you able to tell us a little bit about the importance of the Navajo Zoo?
Sure, absolutely. So the Navajo Zoo is home to a number of native Southwest animals, all of which are injured or orphaned. Okay, so we don't go into the wild, pick animals and just to put them on exhibit. All of the animals, for example, Sammy here was orphaned and he was actually imprinted. And so an animal like that, you can see how friendly he is. He's unable to live in the wild. First of all, he doesn't really have the hunting skills the wild fox needs, but also he would get himself in trouble going into people's homes and things like that. This is an example of why you don't want to raise wildlife as pets because they cannot be released into the wild. But so we are home to a number of animals that are injured, orphaned, and are culturally significant to the Navajo people.
And then are you able to tell us a little bit about the significance of the cleanup the Young Marines are doing here today?
So we have about 14 acres on our lot, and we have 7 employees to manage the zoo year-round. That includes holidays and weekends and everything else. One of the biggest tasks that we never have time for is just getting rid of weeds. And just having, a full force of Young Marines here to really help yank those weeds out of the ground and, put us back to a clean slate really makes a big difference. And so the activities that are going to be done today, we'll probably pull 100 pounds of weeds easy. and which is not an easy feat, and especially with our small crew. So having you guys here is a really, really big benefit.
You know, Sam, he's a special little gray fox that was imprinted. He's still wild, but he does like hanging out with people when he gets a chance. So it was really cool you all got to film that footage. And, you know, just what a great evolution. But in the meantime, you know, behind us and all around the zoo, the young Marines, adult volunteers, and the Marines that joined us from Quantico and other locations are all busy pulling weeds, as Mr. David explained. You know, that's always a challenge for them here, and they just don't have a lot of help. So we're going to spend a little bit of time here doing that. Then after this, we're going to go over to the Navajo Nation Museum and spend a little time there so all the young Marines get a chance to understand the history of the Navajo people, talk more about the code talkers, and prepare themselves for tomorrow's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special presentation for Mr. Irvin Smith, who is the son and nephew of a code talker, has presented a code talker doll for us to also place. And we are really happy and excited to have members of the Marine Corps League, Department of Arizona here to make this presentation. You know, it's been a really busy summer. All the camps, the classes, the activities, the adventures, everything that I see on social media every day when I'm sitting at headquarters bored behind my desk instead of out in the field with young Marines, I live vicariously through you. So it's really good to be out for once, hanging out. However, I was lucky to get out a little bit when we went to the National Leadership Academy, the Advanced Leaders School up in Newport, Rhode Island. All around the country, junior leadership schools, senior leadership schools, and you went to a bunch of them.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about that, young Marine.
Directly after ALS, I got a chance to fly out to the Grand Canyon Regiment Leadership School, where there was a JLS and an SLS.
Right.
It was a great school. You know, we had a great time learning all sorts of different things. Also got to play some games too, so it was a great balance between learning and fun. The young Marines did really great. And then following that, I got a chance to catch the last couple days at the Southeast Regiment Leadership School that took place in Smyrna, Tennessee. This leadership school, you know, means a lot to me because that was where I actually went to my JLS.
That's right.
So the last couple of years, I've gotten a chance to go back and cadre, and it's really just so amazing, you know. When I went through my JLS, I never would have thought that I'd be coming back and cadreing, let alone coming back as the National Young Marine of the Year.
You know, that's a great point you bring up that we don't always talk about. I like you brought that up because that's part of the deal. You know, you go through JLS, you go through SLS, and you go to ALS, and then you have the opportunities to cadre later, you know?
Sure.
And like right behind the camera, Miss Dotson. Come on around. You know, Miss Dotson here, she was cadreing as well. What schools did you go to?
I went to the National Leadership Academy.
Right. We were there hanging.
Yes, sir.
Sweating.
And then I also went to the Division 5 JLS and SLS.
No kidding, D5 as well. That's right. I should know that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you know, that's the thing too. You think about it, ladies. I mean, you went through the schools and you came back. What did that mean to go back and be cadre? Is the
Yeah.
pressure on?
The pressure is on, you know. It was my first time cadreing when I had went back to my first school, so there was a lot of firsts there.
Yeah.
So that was definitely some pressure, but it was great.
So what you would say to young Marines that are going to ALS or SLS is pay attention, because in a couple years you could be that cadre member, correct?
Yes, sir.
Listen to that, young Marines. Be prepared, because one day you too could end up being cadre. No, that's super awesome. So that's a great part about the program. You develop that leadership, but then you have to pass that leadership on. Hey, we have some great footage from other leadership schools and some other people to tell you about their leadership schools next.
When I say PT, you say it's great. When I say PT, you say it's great.
Hello, young Marines. I'm your Marine Gunner Sergeant Bahadur, your Public Affairs Correspondent, and we are here at the 2024 Division II JLS at Cheltenham, Maryland. I'm here with one of the young Marines, Young Marine Corporal Rucker. So could you tell me why it's so important to you as a young Marine to come to JLS?
It's so important to me to come to JLS as a young Marine because you get to learn a lot, you get to meet new friends, you get to make new experiences, and overall better yourself, not only as a leader, but as a young Marine in total.
I'm here with the honor graduate and the Iron Mall, the Young Marine Lance Corporal Benton. So could you tell me a little bit why it's so important for you to come to JLS?
JLS is important because it teaches me a lot of things that normally some of our units wouldn't teach our young Marines. So when I go back to my unit, I can go give off those skills and we can all learn together.
It's awesome. Hey, I didn't see you there. Hello, young Marines. I'm your Marine Gunner Sergeant Bahadur.
And I'm your Marine Sergeant Major Dotson, your Division 5 Young Marine of the Year. We're here at Division 5 JLS and SLS at Camp Garfield. We're starting our week off with some high levels of motivation.
So as you can see behind us, the Marines are involved in a fun and engaging activity called PT Monopoly. So the point of the game is the young Marines are split into groups and roll the dice, and whatever number of exercise they land on is what they will complete.
Come follow along on our journey as we turn these young Marines into senior and junior leaders.
My experience here has been amazing. I got greeted with a lot of welcoming people, and I've made a lot of friends so far, and we've done a lot of fun stuff already.
So what are you kind of looking forward to throughout this week?
I'm looking forward to be able to learn new things and be able to take it home, to take it to my own unit, and to be able to learn a lot of things and be with people that I know and make friends.
I'm expecting to learn new names and people that I've actually been in JLS, and I'm expecting to have a good week with my fellow young Marines.
All right. As our week is winding down, our motivation levels are still top notch. This week, we've done everything from learning to exercising to bonding.
Speaking of exercise, as you can see behind us, young Marines are having lots of fun playing a team bonding game. And you know, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. So tune in for more later on this week, and we'll update you guys on graduation. We finally made it back to the end of the junior and senior leadership school.
We're so amazed to see how all these young Marines did, and we can't wait to see how far they go in the program. We're signing out.
Navajo Code Talker Day and the Marine Corps League Convention that we're going to next is usually the end of the summer, the busy summer for young Marines. I know there's a few things here and there, but it's usually Those are the two big events in the summer. Let's roll that footage back to the beginning of the summer. You know, it really kicks off with Memorial Day. And wow, what a great Memorial Day. We had young Marines from all around the country come in for the National Memorial Day Parade, multiple units, carrying all the banners, getting the recognition, interacting. We had the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the assistant commandant of the Marine Corps, all watching our motivated young Marines, adult volunteers, proudly carrying those banners all the way down Constitution Avenue for the parade. It was really a sight to behold. Jimmy Trimble was someone who was an athlete. They were, given scholarships, they were given opportunities, but they continued to serve. They continued to stay focused on service. They gave all that up to serve their country, an ultimate sacrifice that happened on Iwo Jima. And for us, because we honor our veterans and our ties with the American Veterans Center, it was an opportunity to come here in DC and honor Jimmy Trimble at his gravesite with our young Marines to tell that story.
So for a lot of the young Marines here, they're pretty young and they're just getting into the program. So this gives them a great opportunity to see what it's like on a national level to come to an event and, get to experience different types of honor throughout the country and not just where we live. And it just shows that you have honor, courage, and commitment to your country. And Jimmy Trimble was a very good picture in that sense to show and represent that that's what we need to do as citizens.
So, as a youth organization, one of our focus values are veterans appreciation. So we give back and honor the people that have served for us, for our nation. So I think that's why Jimmy Trimble and just this day is so important to us as young Marines.
This is one of those amazing stories of World War II. Someone who had so many gifts, so many talents, so many opportunities, but he said, no, I must serve, and serve he did. And so our tie-in nowadays with young Marines not only is telling the story, but the American Veterans Center has been good enough to provide a scholarship every year. 2 high school seniors in the Young Marines program receive the Jimmy Trimble Scholarship, and they come here and they join the American Veterans Center at their honors gala in November, and then they go to Iwo Jima to see where Jimmy Trimble fought and died. Hey, that's the kickoff to summer. Then we get into the heart of it. And the heart of it this year was encampments.
Yes, sir, it was. So let's go head out to the field and see what we got.
What's going on, Young Marines? I'm the Young Marine Sergeant Major Waters, your Division 4 Young Marine of the Year. Today I'm in Michigan helping teach a recruit instructor course. Right now the Young Marines are busy tackling the rock climbing wall after learning how to properly grade a uniform inspection. I'm going to be taking you with me the rest of the week, and I'm excited to see what's next. Young Marines are currently learning how to teach COD to younger Young Marines. I'm here with Young Marine Staff Sergeant Watkins. Tell me, what is your favorite thing about the course so far?
So far, I think I like meeting all the new people, coming together, making new friends. Cadre are really well in depth when explaining the material, so it's very easy to learn.
It's the last day of the recruit instructor course, and after 2 long days of these young Marines pushing through the public speaking fears and learning how to become good recruit instructors, they're now facing their fears on the big swing, having a good time. I'm here with Young Marine Gunner Sergeant Bahadur, and I'm the training chief of the school. And tell me, Bahadur, what's your favorite thing about being cadre at the school? What's not to know about being cadre? You get to teach these new young Marine upcoming leaders, and we'll build a new generation of young Marines that will take up after us. Thank you. It's graduation day for the Recruit Instructor course. These young Marines have been working hard for the last few days, and they're finally ready to get out, get graduated, and instruct the future generation of young Marines. Thanks for coming along with me on this ride, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Hey, we're here at the Midwest Regiment first ever camp at Camp Quiver outside of St. Louis, like an hour west of St. Louis. I'm here with the Division 5 Young Marine of the Year, Miss Dotson. Hey, what do we got going on behind us?
We have all of our young Marines doing team building, playing Duck Duck Goose right behind us.
Duck Duck Goose, it's still around. Oh my goodness. Hey, what else did you guys do today?
Today we learned how to do land nav, and one of our groups also went on a hike.
That's right, hikes and land nav, and what was it, like 110 degrees out there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but that's okay. It was actually really only 95, but everyone was hydrated, right?
Yes, sir.
Well hydrated, well fed, well hydrated, super motivated. Look at this smile behind me. And they're still making it happen. Duck, duck, goose, really.
Hey everybody on Young Marine News Network. We are here at the Midwest Regional Camp. How about a new hoorah? Hoorah! Oh, one more hoorah! Hoorah! Outstanding!
Near the facilities where the 3rd Division holds their annual Young Marine Leadership Academy training stands a monument honoring a Marine Corps aviator, a Blue Angel who lost his life in 2016 prior to an air show, Marine Corps Captain Jeff Kuss.
Today, young Marines from the Senior Leadership School took time to honor Captain Kuss through community service and reflection. Here are some of their thoughts.
I'm Young Marine Sergeant Bursky, and honor to me means staying truthful to your word and having people be able to trust your said word. Honor is also something you can't just have. Honor is something that you need to earn and keep earning throughout your lifetime. Honor is something that Captain Kuss had a lot of. Everything from his military life to his Top Gun training to his family life, especially his family life. And we thank him for that every day.
I am Young Marine Sergeant Muko. What courage means to me is being one courageous, going outside of your comfort zone, facing those fears. And not only that, but encouraging other people, making sure they face their fears and being courageous as a team. Example of courage would be Captain Kuss, being a demonstration pilot for the Blue Angels, facing fears, whether it be heights, doing tricks mid-air, and being very close with other pilots on the team. He faced his probably plenty of fears as a pilot and continued to face them throughout his career.
I'm Young Marine Sergeant Wright, and commitment to me means not only being there whenever you say you're going to be there, but also doing 110% while you're there. Taking initiative and putting yourself out there. Captain Kuss showed commitment by protecting others, by putting himself first and taking the hit for other people when he didn't have to. I'm Young Marine Staff Sergeant Bissela, and what service means to me is a sacrifice of your time and your energy and possibly even your resources to help others out, just like Captain Kuss did when he served our country, our people, his friends, his family, and even people he didn't even know.
I'm Young Marine Sergeant Smack. Excellent means to me giving my Young Marines my entire all. Like with this leadership school, I've given Close Order Drill, Portfolio, this left, my entire all. Captain Kuss gave it his all inside of the military, outside with his family and his kids, and in the military he was a fighter pilot and graduated from Top Gun. Thank you for an example of excellence.
So in the midst of all of these encampments, we also had the chance to bring back the public affairs course. So today I'm joined with our new public affairs correspondent. I'm Young Marine Gunner Sergeant Needham. So can you tell us a little bit about what the course was and what you got to learn there?
Yeah. 24 Young Marines from across the country flew out to Virginia to take this public affairs course. We all got to learn about the cameras, interviewing, going out of our comfort zone.
Absolutely.
We even got to go out and take a day in DC, walking around all the memorials, getting to see all these memorable things. And we even got to interview some of these veterans and hear all their amazing stories. It was awesome. And even the Youth Leadership Institute hosted us, and we ended our week off with their youth leadership course.
Perfect, thank you.
Hello, Young Marines. I'm Young Marine Master Sergeant Lopez, and this is AV Mrs. 2. I do want to start off by asking you, what brings you here today to Navajo Code Talkers?
My father was one of the Navajo Code Talkers, so I'm kind of here representing him, and I'm also here representing the Pikes Peak Young Marines, or all Young Marines altogether. So I made the trip, and I'm glad I did, because I feel like all of the Code Talkers, whether they're with us or not, need to be recognized for what they did during World War II, because so many years there was no recognition. So I feel like I'm a part of it. I'm here with my people, and I'm here with the young Marines, and I love being a part of it. My dad had me do 2 promises. Number 1, never let the legend of the Navajo Code Talkers die with them, and stay with the young Marines. And I will be with the young Marines as long as I keep adding value to their lives and let them know I'm here for them.
Thank you for your time, and we'll get back to you soon.
They told us the code you guys developed is still top secret. Read the newspaper, listen to the radio. It'll be announced when the code you develop and use is declassified. So, in the meantime, if anyone asks you what you did in war, just tell them you were a radio man, that's all. Sure enough, when we got home, our parents asked us, "What did you do?" "Oh, we were just radio men. Nothing more. Don't ask me more questions." We read the newspaper, we listen to the radio, nothing. 2 years, nothing. 5 years, nothing. We finally just forgot it. Forget it. We're just radio men, that's all. 1968, 23 years later, Navajo Code was declassified. Boy, we're just radio men all that time. But we're going to ask more questions. So we finally got organized, Navajo Code Talker Association, to tell our story.
Yeah, it's really an honor and a privilege every year to come out here and support Navajo Code Talker Day. And as we talk about the Code Talkers, we often talk about what they did, but it's really about what they do. Day in, day out, their stories, their service, their sacrifice, their innovation that helped this country win World War II. It stays alive in the hearts and the minds of the people, and it also stays alive in the hearts and the minds of the 5,000 young Marines around the country and the 2,000 adult volunteers. Many of you come here every year so that they can learn the story, learn about the people, learn about the culture, and then take it home so that these stories live from coast to coast and will echo through eternity. Thank you so much for the recognition, and thank you for the invitation every year to come and support ROC.
This is so great, though, to be here. Finish up the ceremony, and we're going to wrap up Young Marine News Network so we can go over and spend a little time watching them honor the Code Talker behind us. Actually, 3 of the Code Talkers are here with us today, and it's been a couple years since we've had them all together, so we're really excited to go over and see them here in a couple of minutes, and all the other footage we're bringing you. But this kind of wraps up summer. We got fall coming. So I have Red Ribbon Week coming up, and Young Marines Birthday, and we have Veterans Day and the Marine Corps Birthday, and I know Young Marines will be engaged all around the country. Make sure you get videos and pictures so you can send them to us and put them together at Pearl Harbor.
Yes, sir.
Where we will film your next Young Marine News Network live from Pearl Harbor, getting all that great footage of the fall activities. Do not forget, pictures, videos, names, activities. Send it in so we can celebrate everything you do around the Young Marines program and share it with others. So I think at this point, are you ready to sign off?
Yes, sir.
Sign off and let's go see the Code Talkers.
Let's do this.
All right, signing off for Young Marine News Network.
Remember, Young Marines, stay motivated and stay positive. Hoorah!
Hoorah.
What's it?